with my social anxiety yesterday, and it helped me feel more engaged. And I felt closer to the person, I felt more part of the group, because I made an effort to engage with the other person.
That's a good idea.
Right? I mean, I just started trying this because the social anxiety has been really,
I thought about writing little notes on my hand, like just learn, pay attention.
okay,
And then read it, and then you just have to do it because you read it off your hand.
okay, perfect. So whatever
Write it
works.
Just wipe my hands.
Yeah, but if she's writing pay attention, it's because she has an intention to be engaged that way. One of the things I've noticed with my kids, when they were younger, maybe not so much, I would hear them talk about Club Penguin or Pokemon or the things that were around, but now they're older, it's easier to engage, and they're into all of these adult comics, these adult comedy, comic strip shows, like F is for Family, Family Guy,
Yeah.
South Park. There's one
Big
that,
I was just finna, ooh,
Big Mouth,
that
I
was
love
just on
Big
my
Mouth.
mind.
Which one?
I
Big
love
Mouth.
Big Mouth.
I've
That's
never
a,
seen
oh,
it.
you have to see that,
You should
especially
watch it.
because you have prepubescent children. You definitely have to see that.
Is it gonna scare me?
No, it's funny
No,
as,
It's funny.
it is so funny and
Enduring.
crass, it's awesome.
Okay.
It is a cartoon, so that's what messed it up. Like,
It is so funny. And
Okay.
so now I can engage with them, and then when they're sitting in the back of the car, or they make jokes about Lola, they love to make fun of Lola's voice, I know what they're talking about. And then I feel more engaged with my kids. What I've also learned to do is if I don't know what they're talking about, I ask them, oh, what are you talking about? And then I go the step beyond if I want to get engaged and find out more about that, if it's not something that I'm interested in. So this F for Family show isn't the greatest, but I sat and watched it with them just to feel engaged. So feeling engaged, feeling part of the group, feeling part of something is one of the tenets for happiness and well-being. R, relationships. We were talking about that earlier today. These relationships that we're creating, we're like a family. Who said that? You said that earlier, that we're like a family, and we are. And we share, and we're open, and we discuss very personal things. Those relationships are super, super important. Do you guys have other relationships outside of this class or your family? Who doesn't? Okay. And that makes you feel disconnected. Did you think that your suicidal attempts were because of that, maybe feeling lonely?
Definitely. Yeah. I felt, first I've never had friends. Like someone that you can call a friend, not just the word, oh, it's just my friend. I've always had a lot of acquaintances, but not like someone that's been there for me, that I've been there for them for years. So my longest friendships, it's a year because we work together, but it's always a work relationship. I've never had like a friendship, growing up, we went to school together, never. And being in England, I didn't have that. I was bullied, so obviously I didn't have any friends. And I was like, damn, whenever you have a problem with your mom, where do you go? To your grandparents. And I can't even do that because they're far away, and I couldn't talk to them on the phone like I can now. So it was worse. Like I felt so lonely. And now I think, when I think about my relationship with my partner, it's like, why do I keep trying? Why do I keep looking at the good things over the negative things? And it's because I feel like he's the only friend that I've had for years, and the only one that has been there for me, and I've been there for him, even though it's not consistent, but most of the time, he's the only one that's been there that I can count as a friend. And I think that's the reason why I keep just dealing with it and say, don't look at the bad, look at the good, don't look at the bad, look at the good, because I feel like he's been my only friend.
You need to text us instead.
So now you've
But you got family, you got your man, you got your kids, so at the end of the day, even if I want to say, yo, let's hang out right now, she has to find a babysitter, you have to, deal with let's say your kids is sick, what are you gonna do? You can't just be like, yo, deal with it because I went out with my friends.
But that's negative thinking.
Yeah, definitely.
That's all,
Hello.
we have to restructure that thought because you could go over. I have felt like that very, very disconnected in the past year. because my marriage split up, my kids went off to college, all of these things. So Mr. Pachi, I'll sometimes text her and go, what are you doing? Can I go over? She has a family, she's got teenagers, has a husband, but I don't care. I need to go make a relationship, I need to find some connection. I'm showing up at your house, like,
I've never
because,
done that.
You can show up at
but
mine.
that's why.
My
Like, I
kids
don't
love
think
it.
I would have done that
I'll be
prior.
there by tomorrow morning.
I don't know if I would have done that prior.
My
She
mom-
wouldn't have opened her heart and her home to me. But
but
they're opening themselves up to you.
that's true.
You know,
but
you
to
can
go
always
back
bring
on-
food, everybody will accept you.
Yeah. To go back on what she said, because not only you have several people, even if you don't consider them as a friend, and you never forget, relationships can start real late. Friendships can start real late. There's people in my life I know since I was little, but it's this one specific child I don't understand. Like my mom even asked me how the hell we became friends because our demeanor are just too different. Like how you saying what you went through in school, I never had to deal with that. Like I never was bullied. I never was the one to like make someone feel bad intentionally. Like I did at times, but not intentionally because my mouth is, I know I have a way with words and my patience was not there. So it's just like this girl name is Nikita. I like that person where we don't have to talk every day. But if she need me, she send a text. Even if she think like you said, oh, she doing this, she doing that, she'll send a text. But when I am available, that's when I reply. That's when I call. So keep in mind whatever you're going through, somebody is there regardless of what restrictions you may think, because I do that a lot. Like I be thinking like, no, she got a kid. That's with Marshall. Because I know I can talk to her. Like, it ain't no doubt about it. Since she first came, it's her and Natalie. My first day of class, Natalie did not know me from a can of paint. And like from where I grew up, it's just like, you've been real friendly like that. I gotta watch you. So it's just like, with certain mentalities we grow up with, it's just like, we got this, we judging. So try not to let it get to you so much, because I like I said, Nikita, we don't talk every day, but she's there and I'm there for her. And it's just like, when we talk of like the professor or somebody talking positive about us, like we don't see it, because she told me I do so much for her, but in my eyes it's like, that's nothing.
And
Never
you're
let it
right
get the
about
best.
different people having different relationships. So you know I grew up in a cult. And up until 33 years, I was best friends with these people. This is all I had, my friends, my family. So at 33 years old, I left this place and I felt so lonely. I had nothing. I had my 3 little kids and I was dating this man. And then I broke up with him and I had the kids. And at different ages, I've had to be forced to sort of make new relationships. And so several years ago, when I was studying Ayurveda, I became very friendly with a girl that I met in India. She's one of my best friends now. It feels like we've known each other forever. She and I WhatsApp every single day. We like all day WhatsApped the messages. That's how we talk. We rarely talk on the phone. My other friend, who I actually spoke to today, whose
Gender.
birthdays, what?
The noise,
Oh.
gender.
No, that's funny because my girlfriend's name is Jen, and I thought you were saying Jen. So my other friend and I, she and I don't talk every day, but it's like you with Nikita. Like, I know that I can count on her for whatever. And I know that birthdays are so important to her. And I actually called her. She texted me this morning, but I called her because I know for her that's so important, because that's like her thing, is when you're birthed. Like, that's like the biggest thing for her.
Yes, I don't need
So-
gifts. Just tell me happy
Yes.
birthday.
So
Let me know.
for her, that was so important. And I have these other friends, my friend Facia, like, we don't see each other or talk a lot, but when we do, we come together and it's like no time has passed. And then there's Mr. Pachi, who I'm like stuck to glue, you know, and we're together 24/7. So you have different
They actually
people.
make jokes about us.
Yeah, that we're one person. And so you have different people that have different relationships. So take out a sheet of, you don't have to rip it out of your notebook, just in your notebook. Write the definition of a friend.
I mean, right now, I feel a little better just because they say Aniela, even though she can't even go for a drink because she's still underage. You know, like, god damn it, like, I either get like really old friends or like super young friends that can't take a drink with me. So, you know, when I first met her, I was like, I will never forget the first day I saw her. She intimidated me so bad because she was staring at me. She was like sitting there and I was sitting over here. So she was like,
Oh, that's just her.
That's her.
Yes.
she was like, I'm like, oh my god, this, because I was like the only one that was new to the class that month. So, and that's when I started crying and I made this whole show and I'm like, oh my god, and this girl's like staring me down, being like, this bitch is so dramatic.
Yeah, with a straight face, like no emotion, right? That's
So once we started texting, she warned me. She's like, hey, look, don't take it in the wrong way. I may take a few days to answer because I'm like that. I'm like, okay, that's fine. And now we talk every day. And I told you, last night I went to sleep at like 1 a.m, helping her do a resume and like look for a job. And I'm like, hey, forget about this shit. Don't worry, because she was so stressed out. Usually it's the other way around. I'm stressed out. She's calling me down. She's like, yo, calm down, like chill,
You know,
relax,
Nelly,
I got you.
You don't realize, because we've known Aniela for a while, you don't realize what an impact you made on her.
Yeah.
She
Yeah,
she's
absolutely.
open up.
Hi.
It's National Nutrition Month, so we're giving away free apples, free oatmeal samples, free flavored water, so on your lunch, stop by our tables in the entry.
Okay,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
we're giving
To compliment the cake, the cupcakes,
We
and
need to buy
the Coke.
And then apples. No, but you really don't realize what an impact you have made on her, and obviously she's made on you.
Yeah.
So that's like a real friendship. That's
And
right.
I do see it.
I was
do
gonna
see
tell
that
you,
she's more. You know, she
she's-
texts me. She's like, anytime you just text me. You know, she doesn't like to
That's
talk as much
huge.
because you know her mom.
No, that
But
is huge.
she's like, whatever time the James' birthday, she was like, it doesn't matter what time you get home, you text me and you tell me all the chisme, you know, all the gossip you tell me, and I'll answer it right away. And I feel like, damn, I finally have that friend that no matter what time, you know, I could just bother her, and it's like the complete opposite of me. So when I'm freaking out, I'm like, oh my god, I'm probably like a stroke right now, and she's like, bitch, calm down. And then,
That's what you need.
Yeah.
You need somebody, you know, that's gonna help you. You don't want a yes man. You don't want somebody, yeah, whatever you want.
Yeah.
That's not what you want. You want somebody to help you get through whatever you need to get through.
You're the only person she talked to as much since
know.
I met her.
That's right.
I know.
And
I-
Tanisha's
Since I met
known her a long time.
Yeah.
And Tanisha's changed too when she first came into my class years ago.
And
She
the
was
last-
like, I have to be here, so I'm just gonna be here and leave.
The last time I saw her, I was like, who are you? Because she came in and she was like smiling and she was sitting like next to her and she started helping her, you know, do some stuff for class. And I was like, who are you? Like, I was so happy
She
to
was
see
so
her.
nice when I
She
first
was-
came. She's like, here's my phone number if you need any help, whatever. I'm like,
She did that to me too.
And that was not her in the beginning, due to
That
the fact
was not
that
her.
she have a
You did a
pace and
year
you go
ago.
slow her down. Like,
Yes.
and then you're
That's
trying
a
to teach you
wonderful way to put
something.
it.
Yes.
She has a pace and you would slow her down. That's a perfect synopsis.
Also,
And-
she's maturing too. I mean, she's still very young, but she's
That's the
maturing,
thing.
and part of maturity is to accept people into your life. You know, it's part of being mature, accepting different people.
So write down your definition of a friend.
She tells me now that when she gets a job, she's gonna get a car. She's like, you know, when I get my job and I start making money, I'm gonna buy a car. And girl, get ready, because I'm gonna pick you up and every day go here and go there. I'm here like, please let it be true, please let it be true. And I'm like, yeah, that's super cool. But inside I'm like, please let it be true.
And y'all can't go out the drinks, just buy the bottle. I'm
right.
telling you, my house is steady. So, oh, you can't go out. You done lost your ID. Just come to the house. I need to come get you. I got you.
It's hard to make new relationships. I sign up for these meetups. There's like a website called meetup.com, and I sign up for this. Why are you laughing?
No, because that's like Mew, like the dating app.
What's it called?
No, there's a Mew.
Mew?
Mew and then Meet.
Oh, I've never heard of that. Well, this is meetup.com. It's free.
But this is dating.
Okay, and you sign up for all of these groups, and you can do yoga, you can meditate, you can go out to dinner, you can go to the bars, they have all these things. And so every week I tell her, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go, I sign up for something, I don't go.
You're gonna
I
do
cancel, I
today.
cancel, but Saturday,
Oh, it's Saturday.
Saturday, there's this dinner. And I have told myself that I am gonna go, no matter what, come hell or high water, no matter how I feel, no matter how gross I feel, no matter how fat I look, it does not matter, all the excuses that I put, I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna see a girlfriend of mine Saturday day to celebrate my birthday, and I told her, I said, I just have to leave by X time because I have to get ready, I'm going to this thing. And you have to RSVP, and you have to like let the person know in advance. So I found an activity that I knew that I couldn't screw up, because then you can't participate in the group, because it's a restaurant and they have to, give the head count. So I'm trying to find tricks, so I stop self-sabotaging and stop self-destroying and not, self-punish anymore and force myself to go. Because it's hard to meet new people and get out there. You're vulnerable, it's scary.
Before this class, I didn't talk to anyone. I was always in the house with my kids, with my husband. He would tell me all these stories, like the kid you saw him come in with, that's his first friend from the Fort Lauderdale campus.
Wow.
And before that, he would say, I'm bringing my friend over, and I threw this big shit fit about it. Biggest shit fit I could. I gotta cook for another person, you're bringing someone at my house, how dare you? And look now. And he's like, oh, so now you're in a group chat, huh? When are you gonna have them over, huh? So I can throw my shit fit. I'm like, don't you dare.
Nice, how nice. And that's one of the beautiful things about university, is that it makes it easier to socialize. It's sort of part of the enjoyment of being in school.
And I think we have this misconception that you have to make your friends when you're little and that's it. But adults need friends too, and
My
we
friends
have,
was family.
and people come and go into our lives, Like, my husband used to play golf and now he doesn't because he had back surgery. And he gets around and everything, but he just can't do that anymore, and he watches it on TV. And I feel bad for him because he really loved the sport, but he used to go with a group of friends. And now they don't keep in touch as much, every so often, but he's like, I don't have any friends. I feel so bad for him, because I'm very lucky. I have friends, but I have two best friends. One is someone I met in high school, and so she's been there my whole life. And then another one she's been my best friend since, like 30 years. I was there when her kids were born. She's godmother to my kids. I'm godmother to hers. She helped me give birth to my son. She was right there with me. She was on one side, and my husband was on the other.
And that makes me envious.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
very,
I
very
get
lucky.
envious of hearing things
But-
like that when I see people like that, like Maddie. Maddie's got these friends from I think
Yes.
elementary or middle school. And the other day I was like down and I texted her and I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, oh, I'm out with the girl. And I get this thing like, oh my God, I wish I had that, because I left all that behind when I left that place. And so part of it is being vulnerable. Part of it is really getting out there and saying, okay, I have to let you see me, and
But then
this is who I am, and do you still love me even though you're seeing all my qualities?
Yeah, that's a lot of people, like, best friends, oh, we best friends, but you don't know what make me mad and stuff like that. You know basic stuff,
Right.
my color, what I like to eat, and whatever like that, because I have a guy best friend. And it's just like, one day he was talking about his girlfriend. I was like, damn, like their conversation, I was like, I never knew your favorite color. It was like, I'm like listening to him like, I knew everything you just said, but your favorite color. Do you know my favorite color? And it was just like, what do you know about me? So he broke it. They was like, I don't know. But he actually did know. And then he's talking about like personal stuff. Like you have to really know me to know you. It's not gonna be noticeable and stuff like that. And it's just like, wow, don't best friends supposed to know colors? So I went to tell him my favorite color, my favorite number, and he was like, favorite number? So it's just like sometimes the people we call our best friends don't know like the actual people you call your best friend only because they know your favorite color and stuff like that. That don't mean they're your best friend.
No, right. It
Like
doesn't.
my mom and her best friend is just like their bond when they're together. It's just like, ugh, why I couldn't have that? Like, I miss that. So when I think about it, it's like I got a guy best friend. I can't do this stuff y'all do. It's just like certain things certain things I talk to my best friend about. It's like he don't be wanting to hear it, but he's gonna find a way to engage in some type of way, even though he don't want to hear. My mom and her best friend, they've been best friends since they was younger. And my mom had me and my brother before she was 16. So it's just like a lot of people distant their self and stuff like that. But her, and like when her best friend had a baby shower and it was like, who want to get up and talk? A lot of people knew of my mom, but never actually seen her. Because wherever her best friend goes, she don't go. So when she spoke at the baby shower, it was so funny. Like you could just hear him say, oh, that's who she be talking about. It'd be so funny. Like, because people get jealous. Oh, no, that's my best friend. That's my best friend. It's like, what do you know about him? Like, tell me, what do you know about him? Like, you gotta just step out and actually let them, like you were saying, like, let them see who you really are. Right. Several people are friends, but they don't see them hurt. They don't see them when they're weak. They're just there to obligate or take up some time for them,
Or
but there's
for the
not
good
there.
times.
That's true too.
For the good
Don't
times.
talk about
Yeah.
good times.
That's-
Talking about baby showers, I've had, like I mentioned, I've had a lot of acquaintances and people, oh, my friend. I had never been invited to a baby shower. I was invited to one, and I didn't go. Because I said to myself, what the fuck are you gonna be doing here? You don't know nobody. You don't mix with those people because, you know, they have a complete different lifestyle than you. What are you gonna be there? You're gonna go there, be awkward, sitting in a corner, probably with a drink in your hands that you know you can't finish it because you're lightweight. And these people are like professionals. So I felt so bad that I didn't go, and my mom was like, you never get invited to nowhere, and now that you get invited, you're not gonna go? So I was like, no, I'm not gonna go. And when I left my old job, when people, I've always been kind of like this type of person that if it's something special, it doesn't have to be a birthday, it could be you got promoted, it could be, I don't know, you got engaged, anything, your nails grew, anything. I would throw like the biggest surprise party for you. And for two people, right before I left my old job, two people left. And I threw them the biggest parties ever. The first one, I spent hundreds and hundreds of dollars. I rented a place at a restaurant, like a bunch of tables. I bought balloons, like those big ones, the green, white. I bought a bottle of champagne, the floating bottle of champagne.
I'm a real good friend to have. I'm just saying.
I went all out. And I was so happy to do that. Nobody put a penny because it was for our boss that he got promoted and he was, going to leave the team. And I told the team, hey, let's get together and do this for him. Nobody did anything. I did everything. I was like, you know what? I don't care. I want him to know that he was a special boss, not just like a dick boss like usually we have. Anyways, 2 months later, one of our co-workers also gets promoted to another part of the company. And I was already planning on leaving, so I was like, okay, I can't spend so much money again on a farewell party. So I did it in my house. I invited them into my home. That I never take nobody into my home. But I was like, he's worth it. He's a good person. So I invited everyone to my house. I was feeling a little kind of like, there's too many people now. But, you know, I had such a great time. When I left, no one even said, yo, you know, it was nice working with you. Take care. Am I ever gonna see you again? Nobody. They didn't even notice that I was gone. And that shit hurt me so bad because I was like, damn, like I tried so hard. I planned, I spent my money, my hard-working money, on making sure that you had a good farewell party, and you can't even send me a fucking text. I would have been happy with the text. Yo, girl, you know, you're an amazing co-worker, take care. You know, if you need anything, I'm here. Not even that. After that, I was like, you know what? I'm never gonna do
Only
that
because it
for
don't
people.
come to you doesn't mean it's not noticed. Like the job I work now, I love it. But you will hear me talk shit about it, cause boy, them motherfuckers be getting, they get on my nerves. But when I first started, it's like certain things you do, like my mom used to get on me a lot because holidays and stuff, I'm always a giver. I'm not much of a receiver. Like we do a lot for other people, like, but they're not gonna always tell you how grateful or what impact you probably did to them. But that don't mean you haven't, or they're not thinking about it. It just haven't came to you.
Yeah.
It just haven't came to you.
Just today, we were making this, and I'm like, I told this to like, bitches, you better do something next my birthday.
But that's good that you ask for what you want.
Exactly.
Yeah, because
That's
it's like,
important.
I feel like I have to, but I don't want to ask. I want people to be like, yo,
But-
she's always thinking of other, let me think of her.
But you gotta
Okay, so what you put as your definition of a friend?
Someone that's there for you when you need them, and vice versa. Someone to talk to, someone to do things with, someone that doesn't judge you, someone that you can trust, someone that makes you want to be better, someone that pushes you to do and be better. So
It's a lot. It's a lot of requirements
Yeah.
to be your friend.
yeah.
Doesn't mean they're wrong, I'm just saying that that's a lot to live up to.
But those sound reasonable though.
Yeah.
Like it may sound like a lot, but those sound like what a friend is supposed to.
Yeah, word. I liked how you slowed down.
Yeah.
I like how you slowed down.
I wasn't sure if that was the word I was supposed to use, so I was trying to
A
hide
couple
it.
of years ago, I was talking to a friend of mine, and I sat her down and I said, what do you expect from me as a friend? You should know. No, I shouldn't know. I am not a mind reader. What is it that you want from me? And I actually, it was very uncomfortable for both of us. But we had to let the other know what was important so that the other person can do it. So this idea of they should know, it's important that we ask for what we need. Remember, your parents did not meet your needs. And every single person, place, thing, or situation is a representation of your parents. The other person, being your mom or your dad, they represent, are not gonna meet your needs. So you have to ask. You have to ask for what
That's
you
kind of
want.
very like smart and important because sometimes you will expect like from a friendship something else and maybe that's not what like the other person.
What the
Yeah.
other person expects. What'd you put for your definition?
I put a person that is there no matter the situation, a person who tries to help you physically and mentally in hard moments, someone you can always speak to about anything without being judged.
Okay, so we talked, no judgment. Judgment is a big thing. And what I was telling you downstairs, as therapists, the relationships that you guys are making, what your client wants is a safe space, is empathy, doesn't want to be judged, wants to be heard. Those are the tenets of a good therapist. That's what it takes. The same quality we're talking here as a friend. Your therapist isn't your friend, but that's what builds relationships. Okay? And then you said that helps you improve, right? In mind, body, physically, mentally.
Who tries to help you physically and mentally in hard moments.
So someone that helps you grow, and you mentioned that too. So now we're seeing some themes. Who else would you put?
There no matter what. And that could be in any instance, good, bad, silly. we could be cranky as shit. As long as you're there, we're both cranky, we can be a bitch to each other. That's
Okay.
fine. And tells the truth. I don't want someone who would, yeah, like, if I ask you, does the shirt make me look fat? And if it does, just tell me, bitch, you look fat.
Yeah.
Tell me, you look gorgeous, it's fine. No, you need to change.
Okay. So what if it's something not physical? What if it's